leadership. I'm Brother Darryl Brown, 491, birth right here at Epsilon View chapter. I'm the bosses of Rho Iota chapter as well. Really glad to be here with you, brothers. Brother DR actually kind of stole my thunder with, so let me start first. Out of my book is Thinking About Your Thinking, Harnessing the Brain and Body's Emotional Intelligence to Support Our Health. It is a resource, and I'm glad it's at the name position here. If I have one on me right now, I would give to everybody. My book, I like to say, is not an information dump. It is meant to give you aha moments. We already do a lot of things to support our mental health. Okay. Okay. Already do a lot of things to support ourselves instinctively. Sometimes we don't necessarily know the physiological science behind that. Purposely wrote it to be short. It's about 100 pages. Purposely wrote it to be digestible for you. It's not an overflow of scientific terms. But what Brother DR did on our meeting, when he asked us all to get up, right? And he asked us to get our blood flowing. A lot of times in our mental health, we neglect the emotional intelligence of our bodies, right? Until it bubbles up, until we have an argument and we have to apologize. We don't necessarily know where our gut feelings come from, but we know that's generally the right answer. That's not coming from our brain, it's coming from our body. And so what I wanted to do with this book, born out of the pandemic, born out of our isolation, our quarantine, when we were all locked down and you just started to feel restless, and people started to walk, and people started to do things to move their body. Nobody had to tell you to do that. You didn't learn that in high school, you didn't learn that in college. It is your natural body's emotional intelligence told you I needed to move. Brother DR, I don't know if that was intentional on the agenda, but he realized in the room, he got a sense that, hey, we need to get the blood flowing. Right now, we're too top heavy, we're just talking. And so he got up, and when you got up, how did you feel? I automatically felt a lot more relaxed. I automatically came back into a place where you were ready to re-engage. And what I'll tell you, and I don't want to take a lot of time, I know we're on the agenda, one of the simplest strategies, the absolute simplest strategy, I'm going to marry it with some of the science so you leave here with a little bit of crux of what the book is about, is a breath. When you take a breath. Okay, what do? In a minute, we're just going to all take 1 or 2 breaths. But when you breathe in, you're activating your sympathetic nervous system. Some people know this is our fight-flight, right? Fight or flight are defense mechanisms. So generally when we're in that mode, we're not necessarily in the best place. We're defending ourselves. The other part of our autonomic nervous system is our parasympathetic nervous system. And we activate those in a breath. And so if you would, on 3, I want everybody to inhale and take a deep breath. And when you inhale, I want you to feel kind of the anxiousness that you feel in your body. You know there's a limit to the amount. You know that something is happening. That's what that fight or flight instinct is about. And then when you release it, you activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the calming part of your nervous system. And the benefit, or what I want you to know, is when you're in that moment, when you're angry, when you're in a board meeting, when you're feeling a little restless, take a breath. Bring that parasympathetic nervous system back online so that you can be your best self in a moment. So on 3, I want everybody to just take a deep breath and hold it for 1, 2, and then we're going to release. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Inhale a deep breath. Hold it for 2. Now long 4-second exhale. Okay, you just activated your sympathetic nervous system and your parasympathetic nervous system, and therein lies your body's emotional intelligence. Therein lies your ability to bring your body on your mental health journey. And with that, Brother DR, I give you time back. All right.